morning and welcome back to Eagle Eye AM. It's Friday. I'm so glad to be back with you guys. And today we have Meredith as a special guest filling in for Morgan because she had to work. How's everybody doing today?
Good. Fantastic.
Really good.
Did you have a good March 20th? Or April 20th yesterday?
It was just like any other day for me, sir. But what about you?
Oh, it was fantastic. Nice day, good rest, ready to start a nice Friday and get into my weekend. Facebook is offering 10 tips to spotting fake news. So you can click on a link and it'll inform you the best way to be able to tell what is a reliable source and what's not a reliable source. And be able to kind of spot those things that you then know are going to be fake news. So do you think that this will actually work informing people about how to spot fake news, or is this just not an effort in vain?
Well, the thing is, the people that normally will just like share articles without reading them, those are normally the fake news articles, and those people who don't take the time to read the articles, I don't think they'll take the time to read the Facebook instructions.
That's very true.
That's so true.
Yeah, I don't know for sure if it's gonna work, but I know that like they need to do something about it, because you hear all this and there's fake deaths and like a famous people, movie stars, fake coaches and changes in the sports world and all kinds of stuff, you know, just shouldn't be spread around in the first place. You know, it's not just like somebody falsifying something, it's just completely made up stories.
Yeah. I really do like the way that they're handling it though. Rather than just going in and monitoring what news is posted, they're just advising people on how to tell false rumors. Because I like the fact that Facebook is so it just has the ability to share any story, even if it is fake or it's funny or something. Yeah. So if they had taken away that opportunity, it just wouldn't have been the same. So I think that they're doing the most that they can with the situation. And the update also includes now you can have a story on Facebook, just like Instagram or Snapchat.
Wow.
So that'll be kind of interesting. I'm not sure who even gets on Facebook these days anymore.
Well, I use Facebook for reading articles.
Live?
No.
I think the only live I'm going to be using is Snapchat. I haven't used Instagram Live yet. I don't plan on using Facebook Live yet.
Wait, Instagram has a live setting?
Yeah, they have like a live story.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even know that. So.
I feel like everything is trying to have some kind of a live story, or where you can share something live now, or just a regular story. Like Instagram came out with the stories, and now they have the live and Facebook Live. So, you know, eventually I think it's going to end up hurting all of them except for maybe one or two of the social media platforms, because, you know, they can't all have the same. Everybody's not going to want to go watch a story on this, a story on that, and a story on that.
Exactly.
I honestly feel like the Facebook stories are just a way for parents to feel cool. You don't want to see your parents on Snapchat, so it's just their version of Snapchat, I guess, while still being on Facebook.
Giving them the same opportunities.
Definitely.
Equal opportunities for parents.
So, I don't know if y'all have seen it yet, but the Star Wars Episode 8 trailer just came out. Have y'all seen it yet?
I have not personally.
I have seen it, and it looks pretty good. It looks like it's a play off of the first remake that they had. I cannot remember the name of that one, but not the most recent. So
do you plan on seeing it?
Oh, I plan on seeing it. I can't miss a Star Wars movie. I don't know how you in your right mind have not seen that.
I haven't either.
A single Star Wars movie yet, and it's not by. I don't know how, but it's not by design. It's not by purpose. I guess I've just never really been in the right place at the right time with somebody that's watching a Star Wars movie. And I mean, there's no blockbusters for me to go rent this from, and I don't know if they're on Netflix, but I kind of doubt it. No. So, better question is, how would I watch it? Because I don't have a VHS player anymore like Zeke does.
You know, it's not so much how would you watch it. It's a classic. You should watch it. Find a way. That's just.
Well, there's a lot of classics that you haven't seen. You haven't seen Tommy Boy. You haven't seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You know, I just like more of a comedic movie. You like your space movies. It's just fine.
Well, that's not the only announcement that Disney has. In fact, Disney and Lucas have announced that they're going to have like a short animated series going on the Disney YouTube channel that's going to focus on all of the Star Wars female characters. So, is that something that y'all are going to be interested in? It's going to be coming out this summer.
Personally, probably not, because there's really only two main female characters in the real Star Wars original thing, and that is Leia and Princess Amidala. So neither one of these are probably going to be spotlighted, so I'm out. But I will say this, the female character is getting very popular right now. Even in the new Battlefront Star Wars game, they're focusing on another female character. So it's really become pretty popular in Star Wars, so maybe I should get on the major Jedi female bandwagon.
Well, the thing I'm confused about is since Carrie Fisher died, how are they going to have Princess Leia in it without Carrie Fisher?
That's true.
That's true.
That's
That's true. And she's my favorite, so I don't know.
Same, she's
See, that's another reason I'm out, so.
Well, for all you Pitch Perfect fans out there, the filming for Pitch Perfect 3 just finished earlier this month, and the film is set to be released in theaters this December. Do you guys like Pitch Perfect movies?
I liked the Pitch Perfect 2 movie, and I liked Pitch Perfect 1, but I'm kind of done with it. I don't know if I'm going to go see Pitch Perfect 3.
Yeah, I liked the first one because there were some very funny parts, but other than that, I don't know. But certain Pitch Perfect actors took to social media to express their sorrows for the ends of the Bellas. Rebel Wilson posted a video on her Instagram and her co-stars with her co-stars with the caption, "This is not the end, Bellas for life." And Haley Steinfeld also posted a picture on her Instagram with fellow co-stars with the caption, "Miss these kind, strong, beautiful, and hilarious ladies already. #Pitch Perfect 3." So they're pretty sad about it ending. But also the Pitch Perfect screenwriter hints at a possible fourth movie by saying, "I think it's the end of the Bellas as we know them now, but if there's a Pitch Perfect 4, it will be a new crop." So I think if there was a
it should
fourth,
end.
it
It's
should
going to be
just
a whole
end.
bunch of new people.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was going to be a third or a fourth, but
Yeah.
Hayden's been telling me about it for forever now.
You know, I have actually seen the first movie. I watched it with my sister, and it wasn't bad. I never saw the second, third, or the projected fourth, or any of that. But you know, it's Zeke. You know, I understand you trying to jank on me here, but it wasn't a bad movie. It really wasn't. I thought it was pretty funny, and the guy from Workaholics, I believe, is in it. He's one of the.
Oh, yeah.
He kills it for me, though.
And I love
He's
him.
hilarious.
So
He kills
it was
it for
pretty
me.
good.
Yeah.
You know.
And DJ Khaled is said to be in Pitch Perfect 3, and who do you guys think would be in Pitch Perfect 4 if he was in this one?
Drizzy.
Drizzy, really?
Drizzy.
I can
If
see that.
DJ
actually.
Khaled is in 3, Drizzy's in 4. They got to one up DJ Khaled.
They
Yeah.
have to.
How do you? Like, he's a
That's
major
tough.
key.
That's true.
Yeah,
He
how
is
do
the
you-
major
for-
key, to
I
be
agree.
completely honest.
That is the major key.
Julia Roberts was just named People Magazine's Most Beautiful Woman for the 5th time. And she now holds the record as being named Most Beautiful for the most times that People Magazine has been a magazine.
Really?
So, what do y'all think about that?
I think it's really impressive, and I think she deserves it.
I disagree.
Who would you pick?
Let's hear it.
I don't really know. I don't have a
Okay.
pick right now, but just go with me on this one. I don't agree with it. That's just me. But anyways, we're gonna go to commercial, and we'll be right back with Eagle Eye AM.
Morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Class. Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college.
And this weekend, Auburn hosts Blake Shelton and Thomas Rhett for the annual Auburn Music and Miracles. Leonard Skinner will also be making an appearance, as well as David Ray and Kelsey Ballerini. So a nice mix of different country styles. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know I've talked to a ton of people that are going. Hayden, are you going?
I am trying to get a ticket right now. I really want to go. I love Thomas Rhett. I like Blake Shelton a lot too, and I just want to go. I like it being inside the stadium. It's just a great experience. I actually went last year.
For the Kenny
and
Chesney.
Yeah, so
I'll go. If you'll go,
let's do it.
let's do it. Okay, last year, Kenny Chesney, Miranda Lambert, Sam Hunt, and Old Dominion all showed up. So it's going to be hard to top it, but I have a lot of faith in my boy Blake Shelton.
Same. I'm going. I'm excited. I love Blake Shelton. And I love Thomas Rhett, too, so.
Should be a good duo for sure.
I wish I could go, but I have too much homework to do. So it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, I
feel that, though.
It's in the
I
way.
definitely would want to go. I honestly want to go to see Thomas Rhett over anybody. I've always liked Thomas
Really?
Rhett. Yeah, really. I mean, Blake Shelton. I love Blake Shelton. Don't get me wrong, but I like a lot of his old stuff. His new stuff's not so much. He did just come out with that new album. He had like 1 or 2 songs that I actually really liked, but over the past couple of years, just not so great for me. But the old stuff I really enjoyed. I loved watching Blake Shelton. But Thomas Rhett, new, kind of on the scene, coming out with like everything. It seems like everything he's coming out with is just a hit almost. You know, he's just really great, and I love watching Thomas Rhett. I saw him live once. He opened for Florida Georgia Line like a while back. And so I'm just really want to see him, honestly.
I do too, and I want to hear Leonard Skinner do Freebird.
Absolutely. And you can't underestimate Kelsey Ballerini. I love a good country female singer.
Yeah, well, anyways, in this week's TOTS, or Tiger on the Streets, we catch up with a fellow Auburn student and ask them a few questions about the concert, if they're going, how they feel. So we're going to take a look now. But stay tuned, because right after the break, Zeke's going to update us on this weekend's weather. So, are you planning on going to the concert in Jordan-Hare this Saturday? Do you know about the concert?
No, I do not.
Is this your first time hearing about it?
Yes, this is my very first time hearing about the concert.
No school spirit. Okay. Are you a fan of country music?
Sort of fan.
Have you ever heard of Blake Shelton and Thomas Rhett?
Yes, definitely.
Pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're the ones coming to the concert in the stadium over there. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Just not enough to go.
I would totally get it now that I hear about that.
So what's your favorite genre of music?
I'd probably go old classics, maybe Bee Gees, 70s, stuff like that, Eagles. I like that a lot.
Got a big Beethoven fan here, all right?
It's exactly right. You got me down.
Oh, God. All right.
That was next on the list. That was my third favorite right there.
They call me the ultimate predictor. I know what's going on inside of your head,
yeah, exactly.
No matter what. All right, we're going to ask James' friend Megan to come in real quick. Come over here. Come on.
Right over here, Megan.
All right.
Let's get in the limelight.
Are you going to the concert this weekend?
I am not. No.
Why?
I'm not a country music fan.
Okay. So, Megan, James has told me that you're about to buy his food. Is that correct?
I guess so, yeah.
Why is that?
Because this is my buddy.
I thought you might have lost a bet. Like, who's taller or something.
Thank you. This is Zeke Walters with your week's weather forecast. As we look here, wide scale at the entire nation, it's going to be pretty chilly up in Chicago, a little bit warmer actually in New York with some showers though. And as we go down in the south, as usual, a lot warmer, a lot nicer weather, maybe partly cloudy here in Auburn and surrounding areas. As we look here, zooming in, Montgomery should be a little bit warmer than Auburn and Columbus, but overall, you'll find nice low 70s kind of day, nice sunshine, no rain, so it's nice to get a pretty good weathered week this week. As we look here at the forecast though, today and tomorrow we should have pretty warm days, maybe partly cloudy, but as we get into Sunday, a little bit chillier with some scattered thunderstorms, so expect some rain on Sunday. As we get later into the week, it should warm up though, and the sky should clear up. As we look at today's weather though, it should be pretty warm, getting a little bit warmer midday, probably in the 80s. So expect to be a little bit warmer mid-afternoon and then cool down at night, and maybe about a 78% chance of humidity early on, and it should get lower as the day goes by. So pretty nice weather on this Friday, and that's your weather here with Zeke Walters.
50 years later, the first woman to run the Boston Marathon is back and at it again. 50 years ago, Kathrine Schweitzer, a 20-year-old Syracuse University student, was attacked by a Boston Marathon official because women weren't allowed to run in the marathon. Shockingly, it took 5 years after to allow women to compete in the race. But she said that a race official threw her back and said, "Get the heck out of my race and give me those numbers," and tried to pull my bib numbers off. And she turned to the official and said, "I'm going to finish my race on my hands and knees if I have to."
Unbelievable. That's just absolutely pathetic. But I'm glad that they have now made the changes, because our country has made a lot of great changes in the past few years, and it's really good to see now the ability to allow everyone to have a fair chance, as it should be.
Exactly. And today, the now 70-year-old ran the race again wearing the same number. This time, the situation was very different. In 1967, sports experts claimed that it was bad for a woman's health to run long distances.
I feel like that's just something they said to keep them out of marathons.
Exactly.
That's just me, though.
And no one questioned it either. They were just like, okay.
Yeah, I think it's great whenever a woman can come in to the marathon and do like just as well, if not better, than some of the men in the marathon.
Yeah, exactly.
And especially, I mean, the thing that I think is kind of contradictory is like, you have a heart, I have a heart, what's different? Like, how is running long distance going to affect you differently than it's going to affect me?
It's not, and it's malarkey, you know, it's, bottom line, it's just awesome that she was able to do it 50 years later. I mean, to be, 70 years old?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
Still running marathons.
And she looked good, too.
At 70. I'd be happy.
Without a cane.
Better shape than I am, that's for sure.
Definitely.
Speaking of marathons.
You good in there, Hayden?
I'm sorry.
Come on, marathon.
Speaking of marathons, finals week. Now that's a marathon, guys. What's one piece of advice that you would give to people about finals week? Or maybe not even advice, but a piece of the truth at least about what they could do and how to better themselves and prepare.
Don't not enjoy finals week. So there's a lot of time for studying, but there's also a lot of stress-free time to be at Auburn. So last semester, I took it upon myself to enjoy the nights when I didn't have a final the next day. So if I have a final on a Monday and the next final is on a Wednesday, I'll go out. I'll have fun on that Monday, and I'll sleep in the next day and then start studying on the Tuesday. So don't just see it as the worst week of your life, because there's a lot of perks to it, and I'd like to see more people go out and have fun.
And sometimes it just takes a mental breakdown to get back up and get going even stronger than before.
Great piece of advice. I completely agree with that. If you're stressed out, you're going to go in there almost expecting to do bad.
To fail.
And yeah, expecting to fail, and then you probably will fail. If you're just kind of going in there, you know you're prepared, you're confident, and you end up doing a pretty good job on your final, or better than you would have if you just stayed up the whole night before.
Exactly.
And I don't know about y'all, but during the break, sometimes like what some of my teachers would tell me is if you go for a run or you go exercise before you study, your head's just so clear. So that helps me.
Gotta get the blood flowing.
All great advice.
Should we invest in some way to have a security or some of these posters in the library or something like that?
I have never heard anyone crying in the library, but there's a first for everything.
Yeah,
So.
you have those posters up in the library, you know, you can go cry quietly in a room to yourself, you know, but also should we have some security to get these people just to stop crying and ruining the books that they're reading?
Running? Yeah.
No, I don't think it's that serious. I don't think we need security to say, hey, Hayden, stop crying. It's
I'm going to have to remove you, sir.
I mean, you laugh now, but you go in there and there's books with ink smeared all down the pages. You might want to level up the security a little bit around there.
Yeah, maybe so.
Well, thanks for joining us this Friday morning here at Eagle Eye AM. Make sure to tune in next Friday for our last show of the semester. Have a great weekend, and War Eagle.
War Eagle.
War Eagle.